Good evening. Is the frequency in use? Very well. This is K4PEW, net control for the Mount Juliet Simplex during the emergency or prior to traffic. As you know, that's a formality. I've never heard anybody have emergency or prior to traffic. Never. So I don't know. If anybody's heard any, they're apparently in the combat zone. Anyway, if there's an emergency, or you need to discuss something real quick, like it's a life or limb or sickness or in health. No, that's a marriage stuff. If you need any help, just break in and say so. Tell us where you are and what you're. Or call 911 first, of course. But that's true anyway. Hams tend to help each other do stuff, except they'll move bodies, that kind of stuff. Anyway, net may be broken for that kind of stuff at any time. For information on the net, you can look at us right now on the screen on my radio anyway. K4PEW in the search block, you'll find my screen there, K4PEW in the search block, and hit enter up that channel. You can also see our informational page on 146.415.net. That's easy to remember. Got some neat simplex stuff there. Or you can go to groups.io, groups.in Oscar. Do a search for MJ, Mike Juliet, Mount Juliet Simplex Society, MJSS. And you can sign up for emails that we have. Actually close to 190 people supposedly on the list. I'm not sure which. Well, I just know there's about 190 on the list. Anyway, that's a huge number. I'm not sure how we attracted that many, but we did. Also, it has our net schedules on there and some other information about Simplex. Like I said, you can sign up for the email. Let's see. Of course, we do the net on Wednesday nights. This net on Wednesday night and Saturday nights. And tonight we're doing the net on 146.415, which is here on FM. And then we're going to go to band on 2 meters. It's 144.240. And then we're going to go to 6 meters on 50.15. Purpose of net is to have fun. Figure out who we can hear, who we can't hear. Or you can just listen. You don't even have to check in if you don't feel like it. We don't have rules about number of check-ins, when you can check in, how you can check in. Well, we do like to know your call, and we are. You can't just do this isn't like a repeater where you can kerchunk your way into the world. But yeah, no, it's an informational net, but at the same time, it's casual. We don't have any real rules about when you can check in or how you can check in. Something to say or nothing to say. So does anybody have any, or move on to announcements? Do we have any announcements other than today's Saturday? Tomorrow is Sunday. There is a 10 meter net. That's 140. I'm sorry, 28.415. 28.415. That's upper sideband on 10 meters. That's 7:30 p.m. Sunday night. And Mike had net. Been doing it now for I think about 2 years. So we'll always be ahead of them because this net's been on for going on 8 years. We'll never. Yeah, we'll catch up. Yeah, catch up if we quit. That's right. We'll catch up. Better announcements for the night. Aside from Santa Net, the 24th. We just want to remember that Santa Net on the 24th at 7 p.m. It's for kids, of course, age, but it's predominantly for kids. And it'll be simulcast both on 146.415. It'll also be simulcast on Zoom. I'm not sure there'll be anywhere else. Unless Tony will tell me differently later. And that's done by for the 20th year. That don't fail to miss it. And that's Tony KF4 KFQ who does that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That was a nice burst. Whatever that was. I don't think that was you though, Tony. Does anybody have any other announcements? KN4IEA. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Ricky up in Portland. Actually, I have an announcement for your net.
Oh, that'd be great. Go ahead, Ricky.
Well, I'd like to announce that on Thursday nights at 7:30, we have a Simplex net on frequency 147.555. It's just getting started, so I want to invite everybody to jump over there and give us a check-in.
All right, very good, Ricky. That's Ricky. Kilo November for India Echo Alpha. He's in Portland. He does the Simplex net out of Portland on Thursday nights at 7:30 p.m. I probably should include that, and in fact, I need to add that to our reminder schedule for Thursdays, so everybody can get it. I thought I might have put that in there, but maybe not. But anyway, Ricky, by the way, I'm going to, and I had it, turned it on a few minutes late after 7:30, and it was had so much activity that I had something else I had to go do, so I said, they'll be fine without me because you guys were pretty busy Thursday night.
Oh yes. Yeah, I was really surprised when I got that started how many people are interested in Simplex. I kind of did it off a whim, just thinking, just wanted to try it, and getting great results. So, and we're in it. That's really fun. So, yeah, yeah, just check in with us. This is KM4IA back to next.
Yeah, very good, Ricky. Anyway, again, just want to remind everybody Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. There's actually two nets that night. One is bowling, but that's a little tough for some people to get into. That's north of Bowling Green because it's 65 miles north of me, and that's quite a storm. If conditions are good, it's easy to do, but usually it's not. But Ricky's net is fairly easy. I say fairly. If you're anywhere about Mount Juliet latitude or so, you should be able to get into the Portland net pretty easy. Ricky does have a nice active net going. Get involved. It's another net to get into for Simplex. He's doing a great job. That's 147,555. I appreciate that, Ricky. Any other announcements? Please come in. All righty, we are at number 746. We're starting from the south, and we're taking announcements. Short people short on time. That's what we want first.
We did your 4 Delta 10 Smyrna. Juliet.
Okay, I had two or three people in there. I heard Ken first. Need to.
Got things going on tonight for the family, and just wanted to check in, give you a number.
Well, that's one of the rules. We do have a rule.
WC40.
Yeah, we do have a rule, Ken. It's called family first.
I thought you said there was no rule.
Well, there's a rule that only applies to those who want to play that rule. Family first.
Absolutely, I agree with that. So, for all you do, I'll be out of here 73 WB40.
Yeah, very good. That's Ken in Smyrna. I got a family issue going on. Who else?
Kilo Mike 4, running from the Romeo. LaSalle out of Mount Juliet.
Hey, LaSalle, I haven't heard you in a while.
Yeah, I need to get a vertical 2 meter or 440 and outside so you can hear me.
Oh, you're doing pretty good. I mean, you're really relatively close to me. You're doing 20 over to me, so you're doing pretty good.
Yeah, but I got a bunch of static on my end.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, very good. How did that job work out for you? Pretty good?
Yeah, I work Sunday night to Thursday night, and I'm on.
Oh, terrific. Well, you're enjoying it, though. Good job, huh?
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Hey, a good 2 meter 440 um vertical antenna, email it to me. Let me know so I can stick it about good 6 feet in the air.
Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah, I recommendation. Are you looking to buy one used or new?
It doesn't matter as long as it works. I'm also in the market for a ATF antenna as well.
Alrighty. HF and let's put that down there. All right, sounds good. Do you know what? It's funny. You lost your for there, Donnie. When he came over and helped you out, and he would have been a great help to you had he's not passed away.
That's still a surprise to me because he came over to my house the day before and I gave him 2 DMR radios.
Oh man. Yeah, I know. I still miss him. He's a good guy, really good guy. Anyway, appreciate you being there, LaSalle. That's LaSalle, Hello Mike 4 Bravo November Romeo. He's here in Mount Juliet, and actually he's looking for a I don't know, used or new dual band recommendations on a dual band antenna and also an HF antenna. But I guess I'll have to get hold of you later, LaSalle, because we need to know how much room you have, like for an HF antenna, because you can, with lot restrictions, you may have some issues. But who else was short on time? Again, LaSalle and not you. Anybody else out there who was trying to say again? And
Okay. Sandbagger, Old Hickory, Kilo, India 4, Z Delta Delta.
hey, how are you? I haven't heard you from you in a while.
I'm on. Yes, sir. Doing well. Thank you. I appreciate it. How are you? Just got to get back in with my parents. Back in.
All right, hold on. We had a couple of people who actually responded to my question. They both came in. Let's do this. First, I had KI4 Zulu Delta Delta. Um, yeah, but responding to you, I'm fine, except I just somehow ended up with too many people on the air simultaneously. How you doing, Michael? It's Michael, right?
Yes, sir. I know with your location and your antenna, you hear everything. We all come booming in at one time. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you again for everything you do. And yeah, I've been my work schedule has been up and down and days, so I miss missing that most of the time. But luckily, got to be here tonight. Uh, I got to be here for it, and I'm still laughing about every time I see my dog go to the bathroom. I up in Hendersonville at the park for the meeting we had. We were talking, watching people's dogs lick their faces and what goes along with that. So every time I see that thing, I think of you for what that's worth.
That's right. Well, I know people who don't have dogs and would never have dogs because they think dogs are inherently dirty, and technically that's true. I mean, they're walking out on the ground, they're walking in their own, the ground isn't the cleanest place on the earth, and neither is their, well, let's put it this way. I've had from a dog.
Exactly. They're cleaner than they get credit for.
Oh, it's just, if people are sensitive to the idea when they see a dog cleaning their feet or, they, they're just sensitive. That's all.
Yeah, exactly. Um, since you and I talked about that that morning, every time my dog goes to the bathroom or cleaning his feet or doing anything otherwise, I just laugh because I just think of that conversation. You said, oh yeah, I see people, their dogs lick, they let their dogs lick their mouths and everything else, and know where that dog's tongue has been.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. You just got to overlook it. That's all. I mean, you're going to put up with it. I don't know. I'm one of those. I got 6 dogs, so it's easy for me to understand. Anyway, good to have you in there, Michael. And Michael's in Old Hickory, Kilo India 4 Zulu Delta Delta. Who else was just trying to tell me something here because there was a double going on?
This is Kilo Mike 4, OLS, out of, out of Mount Juliet, Tennessee.
Ah, very good. I got. Let me. But I had two. Did have a double there, but Elijah 1 Kilo Mike 4 Oscar Lima Sierra, correct?
That's correct.
What have I talked to you before?
You talked to me once. I am the son of Kilo Mike 4, Romeo.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. Forgot about that. I knew it sounded familiar, but I wasn't clicking with me. About 190 on the mailing list, and there's some people I talk to on this net that aren't on the mailing list. So it's really easy for a 73rd year. So it's easy for me to be confused. But things going well for you?
It's going pretty well. Came back from Africa, and I was living in Minnesota with a friend, and then I realized that parents to regroup for a little bit.
Awesome. Where were you in Africa?
I was stationed out in Kenya.
Yeah. Where is the base in Kenya? Because I was there when I was there in the Navy. We were in Mombasa, but that's that's just a port. It's not a base. I mean, is there a regular base there for a military base for U.S.?
Well, I'm only National Guard, so the military bases that I go to are just for 1 weekend a month and 2 weeks in the summer.
No, I get it, but I mean that was a base. It was a regular base in Kenya. I mean, was it a base that was the Kenya military base, or was there part of a U.S.?
It was a joint base. It was more of a fob for us, but it was the Kenyan base.
Oh, I got it. Know of any bases there, so of course, it could a lot can happen. I've been out of the military a long time. Well, very good. Yeah, Kenya's kind of a neat place. Was it near what's the biggest city it was near? Because I know a couple of places there.
I don't remember the nearest one, but all I know is our biggest base there was in Djibouti, and that's what we were partnered off of with the airport.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, I got you. Well, very good. Good to have you in there, Elijah. I'm glad you made a safe trip with the National Guard, and appreciate your service. Mike 4, Oscar Lima Sierra. That's Elijah. He's here in Mount Juliet. Who else is? There was somebody else in there too. Please come down. Kilo November 4 Bravo Victor Alpha. What's the first name?
The third time the charm. I was trying to come in that first double, and hadn't heard from you in a while. I started chit chatting along.
Oh, I know. That was my fault for not saying who I was talking to. That's not your fault. Yeah, all of a sudden I had two people telling me simultaneously, which is that would be my bad.
Oh, it's all right. I just kept it trying. But I had a couple minutes. Hadn't been on here in a while, so I thought I'd try and be good and get back into the net. Trying to get back into it.
Yeah, very good. You sound pretty good from Murfreesboro. You make any changes to your antenna at all?
No, the last two transmissions where we were all double and I had it on low power, but I just boosted it up. No changes at all then.
No, you're doing fine. You're doing real good. Well, very good. Anything else for the net?
That is all. You'll be back, and I'm trying to get back into this place, so we'll see how I hold up.
Oh yeah, well, you're welcome anytime, and we don't have rules about how often or when or whatever on the net. If you can make it back in, great. If you don't, have a good time on the. It's no big deal one way or the other. We just like to have people on the net that you can know it's a casual net. Anyway, that is Preston. November 4 Bravo Victor Alpha. We got two Prestons that check in, and he's one of them. Who else is? Was there another station in there who's short on time? Ah, very good. Whiskey 4 Mike Sierra India. How are you doing this evening?
Up in Todd County, Kentucky, just north of Elkton. Second or third time in here with you. Never know if I'm going to go back there or not. But you're sounding pretty good on my end tonight, so I was hoping I could get in. How copy over?
Yeah, I've got you. Well, it's a little rough. There's a bunch of static in there, but you have full copy on the audio. You're no problem at all understanding anything you're saying.
Okay, well, very good, very good. I don't have much for you. I'll just say 7-3. Appreciate you letting me jump in. This is W4MSI. Back to you.
Yeah, very good. You're north of Elkton, right?
Yeah, just by a couple miles as the crow flies, just north of Elkton.
Yeah, it looks like we do. I just pulled up the APRS map, so whatever is going up there towards Paducah over Hopkinsville, it looks like there's a nice stretch of good conditions.
Okay, yep, I'm not far from Hopkinsville either there.
Very good. Well, appreciate you being in there, Dusty. That's Dusty, Whiskey 4 Mike Sierra India in Kentucky up near Elkton, which is about, I think, northwest, I think that is. Who else is short on time?
KM4YRS.
Time net tonight there, Michael.
I know it. I can tell.
You doing all right?
I'm doing good, Paul. A little chilly, but
Yeah, well, I like a lot of chili.
yeah, me too.
Yeah, everything going well? I mean, everything.
Yes, everything is going along as good as can be expected, and she has her number 3 brain appointment on Monday, so we're looking forward to that.
Yeah, is she being just? You keeping her active every?
We do some brain activities there every day, and she's making just a little improvement.
Well, I don't know. I'm saying this not as an expert, obviously, because I'm not an expert in much. The one of the key elements of just getting along well is to be physically active every day, as active. Because that physically active, to me, I think it clears the brain cell somewhat. You know, it keeps everything rolling along.
Well, yeah, because of her surgery, this is going to be her 7th week. Uh, she's not weight bearing, but she has learned how to down the steps and use her walker to get out on the deck, just to get out of her room and get just a little bit of exercise.
Yeah, well, that's good. No, you just need to note that all the time. Just whatever you can do to physically keep active, because the bad thing about human beings is, man, or any animal, idle, I guarantee you things start to go downhill.
Oh, absolutely. I've seen that firsthand.
Yeah, I know it was true in me. I was in the hospital, and then I was had some issues with mobility after that for a few weeks, and in that couple of months, I back to square one.
Man, I know it. I know that whenever I leave work at 4:30, and it takes me about 20 minutes, sometimes it's hard for me to get up and walk after I get out of the car.
That's right. Very long recovery period after sitting still. Well, you ain't getting any younger. I think you already knew that.
Oh yeah, I'm glad you brought that up.
Very good. That's Mike 4, Yankee Romeo Fox. Where are you tonight, Michael?
I'm in Mount Juliet.
Okay, very good. Yeah, you sounded good. You keep missing.
Yeah, my plan is to be home next week, so the week after Thanksgiving. So maybe catch.
All right, very good. That was Michael Kilo Mike 4, Yankee Romeo Fox right here in Mount Juliet. Anybody else short on time? Ooh, I didn't copy that one. I heard the squelch breaking, but nothing more. All right. Is anybody copying that? Dang. If you'd email me, that'd be great. I'm sorry. I get my call right in a second. K4PEW at ARRL.net. K4PEW. I'm guessing that, I don't know where that's from. I was kind of guessing it was Elkton, but not sure. Anybody else with short on time, please come in. Yeah, I still got nothing. I'm sorry. I can hear the signal, but I can't hear it. Anybody else short on time? Anybody?
I don't hear them at all.
Okay, very good. Yeah, I just can't copy it. I can hear the squelch breaking. Well, then we're going to go ahead and aside from that station, wish would contact me at K4PEW at ARRL.net. Obviously, they can hear me. Anyway, from the south, please come down. I heard Charlie Victor. Hold on. KF4, KFQ, Tony. You only get, well, here's your opportunity for the sponsorship time for the net.
Okay, well, tonight's net is brought to you by a product that every teenager
That's taking them away or keeping them.
No, that's, you get them. That's, you, just one dose of liquid wrinkles, and you're able to drink in a bar without getting ID.
Cool. All right, liquid wrinkles. Who's the manufacturer?
Manufactured by Old Farts Incorporated.
Ah, OFI. Gotcha. Very good. That was Tony, KF4, KF. Anything else for the net, Tony?
No, but thank you for the Sound mention, and appreciate that. Please, please, everybody. I know a lot of deadhead and listen in and don't participate, but the Sound always better when you participate.
Very good. Looking for grandchildren, great grandchildren, neighborhood children that bring their families over. You can hear it. But they can also hear it here on 146. You can lend them your scanner for your HD because it'll come in good since it's simulcast here. From not here, from here, but since it's simulcast on 146 415, Tony's rig gets out pretty well. Anyway, it was a Charlie Victor station was out there. Who's next?
Kilo Bravo 5 Echo Charlie.
Doing tonight?
Another exciting day in paradise. This broadcast is brought to you by the Rittenhouse Beer. Chaser followed by.
Good. Yeah, I was. I'd say I was pleased with that verdict, but to me it was.
Well, I know, but then the jury lingered on. I'm sitting there going, nope, it's not going to happen. We only needed one, but anyway, I guess it worked out. But that's with the thanks of most of the news media. So, anyways, I got some theme issues. Thank goodness, because the one of them will be here on Monday.
So what'll be your Monday? Well, that just adds to your paradise.
Yeah, so cleaning up even more.
Yeah, very good. And the Thanksgiving visit by the monster-in-laws, you said.
Yeah, well, you're getting two things.
Very good. That's Larry. He's in the Walter Hill area. Kilo Bravo 5, Echo Charlie Victor. Good signal, by the way. Who else is either short on time or south?
K3 and PR. Foxtrot.
All right. I heard two stations much busy. Kilo 3, Mike Papa Romeo. That's what it was.
Yeah, definitely good evening. Hey, playing around with an antenna, the one I have. SWRs are way too high. I've got a homemade one that I made that the SWR is reasonable. So that's kind of fun. You got to figure out how much you got to shorten the antenna.
Very good. Which rating did you get?
I went with the 7300.
Oh yeah, very nice rating.
Yep.
Well, that's a lifelong task.
Yeah, definitely. Once they get everything figured out, get the antenna sorted, the antenna bot's not supposed to need a tuner, but our SWRs are way too high. So I threw the homemade one out there, and it works great.
Oh, great. Well, you get it figured out, I guess. Hey, that's Mike. He's here in Mount Juliet. Kilo 3, Mike Papa Romeo. I heard a Foxtrot state ends in Foxtrot. Who is that?
K4.
Hello, how are you, Kevin?
Doing good today. Thought I'd check in. You sound good. Since seems I found the right knife edge.
I think so. Time will tell, though. We have some pretty good conditions tonight, from what I can see. But well, you saw that elevation profile.
Roger. Yeah. We got some real property between us.
Well, again, that you're looking at, and obviously you can't see what's on either side of that slice, whether those are mounds or mountains, you know.
Yeah, Roger. You don't know how narrow they are, but you're sounding better tonight. That's about all I had.
Yeah, very good. And elevation profile. If you have Google Earth, the program, not the maps that's on the web, but the Google Earth program, which is free, Yeah, the Google Earth, and I think both Google Earth and Google Earth Pro, there's two different programs. Pro has some features that they're useful, but you can make an elevation profile. You can just draw a line between 2 points, and you tell it to put, you save it, and you can see an elevation to see how many bumps there are in the road between you and the other party. Shows their elevation, your elevation, and all the elevations in between. Kind of neat in a graphic, I should say. Anyway, that was Kevin. He is in Murfreesboro. That's where he is. No. Where are you? I forgot.
I am in Almaville, so a little west of Murfreesboro.
That's a hard one to remember because that's just a post office, isn't it?
Yeah, that fire a convenience center, and that's about it.
Well, you're not even a community until you get a dollar store.
We don't even have one of those.
Yeah. You have any idea how many dollar stores there are? He said you wouldn't believe how many they're building daily.
I can only imagine, but yeah, there is not anything like that here. There's a convenience store and a convenience center, but the store actually gets robbed probably about once a month.
Ah, how convenient.
Roger that. Back to net. Thank you, guys.
Very good, Kevin. In Almaville, Kilo 4 Kilo, Kilo, excuse me, start over. Kilo 4 Kilo, Charlie, Foxtrot. Who else is Sal?
Hey, Paul. Kilo Mike 4 Tango Mike, Tom in Rockville.
Oh man, I already checked you in, man.
Oh, that's right. I checked in early this morning. I didn't think I was going to be in time to make the net. We had our little beef Thanksgiving, Friendsgiving, I think they call them, with some friends up in Hendersonville, and a long drive up there and a long drive back. But we made it just in time to wave the hand at you. So that's what we got going on. The entire group, K4PWK and 410.
All right, very good. That was Tom. Kilo Mike 4 Tango Mike of Rockville. Who else is south?
KE4TYJ, Jim and Cannon.
Hey, very good, Jim. Are you able to hear any of the big station or the stations up in? You were over since we're already with south, but were there any stations you couldn't hear, but the HTs you couldn't hear? I'm sure.
The HTs had an outside antenna. I had no problem hearing mostly, and I didn't even bother turning the antenna up, pointed north. So, yeah, most everybody had no issues. Even the station out there in Almaville has got a good signal back here. He's doing a really good job.
Yeah, I forgot to ask you. Do they have a kit for an HF rig, like one of those 857Ds, one of the little ones for your bike?
I don't never looked and really didn't care. It's up to your escape pod. I might throw an HT in the trunk. That's if I'm getting to it.
Oh, okay, I got you. No problem. I just wondered because sometimes you could be on a trip and have time, and you could go to the trouble of having a small HF rig, with just throwing a wire in the air, like camping or.
Oh, I know. If I ever wanted to do that, I'd ride to a ham's house and use it. I've often thought about it. Some wire and coax, what have you, and be portable. But I haven't got a.
No, I get it. I just wondered. But everything else, I know we talked earlier, but I take it everything's going well after your big trip over to Louisiana.
This is kind of impromptu. It's only supposed to be riding down to Decatur for a hamburger, and it turned into Tuscaloosa to Mandeville, Louisiana, and back up here. So it was a great big circle, and yep, and really enjoyed myself.
Yeah, well, that's what it's all about, isn't it? When you're taking days off.
And we traveled to South.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's a nice part of the country. It's a little weird though. I gotta say, there open liquor sales in the, like you said, in the gas station.
Yeah, I walked in there. Just walk in the liquor store. I could have sworn this was a gas station.
Yeah, when I was there, oh gosh, back in the '90s when I through liquor, you could get a daiquiri or any kind of drink you wanted. It's in the drive-through, like you're going through going through a Chick-fil-A.
Without a doubt. And I tell you, undoubtedly some of the best people in the world I've ever met are down there in Louisiana. Had a super good time. Very, very hospitable, and I tell you, we had a great time while I was there. Sure did. And back, so that says something. If they're willing to have me come back, so I have to tip my hat to them if they're back.
Did you realize that they're the only state in the nation that's separate from the other 49? All.
Well, I know they don't have counties; they have parishes, and stuff like that. I mean, things are different in Louisiana.
Well, the difference is, and this is a very broad, very broad statement, but they are under the Napoleonic Code, their law system, and we are under British common law. That's what ours was, British common law. British common law uses, when you go to court on a criminal offense, they use precedents. In other words, each develops a case based upon previous cases similar to yours, so the judges and the jury can make determinations of it. The Napoleonic Code uses that when you go before a magistrate in the Napoleonic Code, he makes the judgments based on your circumstances in your area. There's no precedent. He could give one guy 10 years and the other one 1 year.
You better go in there with a good attitude.
I believe that would be true. Anyway, I always get a kick out of the Napoleonic Code is used in Louisiana.
I'm glad I learned that. So, anyways, thank you for letting me check in, everybody, and I'll be standing by. This is KE4TY.
Yeah, that was I just exhausted my complete knowledge of the legal system. That was Jim. Yankee Juliet. He is in not Watertown. He's in every time. Isn't that awful? He is in. No, I'm not going to say it. Don't even tell me. I'll say it in a minute. Who else is short on time?
Kilo Echo 4 Yankee Victor.
Hey, Larry. How are you?
Hey, you're running a little long, so we'll let you get on with it. KE4 SYV.
All right, Jim's in Woodbury. I want to be clear about that. Every time I go to think of that stinking little town, it's a nice little town. Every time I think of it, it drops out of my brain. I find it kind of humorous. Anyway, Jim, KE4TYJ is in Woodbury. Larry, KE4SYV, he's in Rockville with a great city. Good to hear from you, Larry. Who else is south?
W04Y.
Hello, Mr. W04Y. How you doing?
Doing pretty well. Wanted to get in here and check in and give you a number.
Oh, yeah. We don't need any stinking numbers. We just like people to check in. Yeah, no, it's great. Anywhere in the Middle East when you were on the ship?
Tell me about the 8 oil of the world, Egypt and Israel.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, we made it over there to the east coast of Africa, which we used to call that the armpit cruise to us.
We call it Naples armpit. And I guess the only other African place I went to.
Oh, that must have been pretty cool.
Man, we had to anchor out, take a boat, and then walk across miles to get to the city.
I know. I've forgotten about some of those. And even if the port was right there, the port was usually so bad you had to get away from it. You had to go somewhere else.
Oh, definitely, but I don't remember any. It may have been down as far as I just remember walking forever.
Yeah, overseas to understand how good we got it here. Huh?
Definitely, that's why I kept my book here.
Yeah, very.
No, like I said, just want to get in here with the normal folks, not be a tailgate or whatever.
No, you're good. This, yeah, we don't have any real rules about this stuff.
No. All righty. Well, glad to let me check in there. WO4Y, Mike and Laverne.
Yep, very good. That was Michael and Laverne. For those who couldn't hear him, that's with Oscar for Yankee and Laverne. Who else is South? Over to the east.
WA4ZH, James and Mount Juliet.
Hey, James, you sound good tonight.
Well, thank you very much.
Everything well?
Good.
Yeah, I just wish the pandemic would end. I'm getting tired of seeing people in masks.
Yeah, I never know when to carry one or wear it or put it in my pocket.
Well, well, I guess fully vaccinated. I even got the booster, so not wearing a mask because I see other people wearing a mask, and I think they might feel bad because I'm not wearing a mask because they don't know that I've been vaccinated. You know what I'm saying? It's a weird.
Yeah, I wear one anyway if everybody else did. So, but I did get the vaccinations too.
Yeah, no, I get it. I understand. I'm just no one ever said anything to me. It's just that um, we've made it very awkward in society that a mask is somehow important, more important to some than others. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got it.
Anyway, well, I hope everything continues to go well for the family. That was James, Whiskey Alpha 4 Zulu Hotel, India, here in Mount Juliet. Over there, just about Mount Juliet, near the library, or just northeast of the library. Who else is where I was? East.
W4TSZ.
Hold on, LFT Rich. I got, who do I have in there? Oh, Whiskey 4 Tango Zulu. How are you doing?
Doing good, Paul. Just curious. Hey, yeah, I was the one you couldn't hear a while ago. I was sitting on the back porch with the HT and never could break through the noise level, apparently.
I have no idea who that was. None.
The fire and enjoying myself for the evening.
Yeah, now you're doing good. You've been busy, I take it.
Yeah, well, I decided, well, if Paul couldn't hear me, I'd come in here and fire up the other radio.
Oh yeah, no, you're doing good. I don't get. I realize oftentimes it went over a period of days or weeks if I don't hear from somebody else. Hey, I haven't heard from. Wonder how important that you check in if you got other things going on. Life is bigger than ham radio nets. You know.
Time to play on it, but sometimes, here lately with the way work's going, you're so busy and everything, just too tired. But the net starts. In fact, I hate to admit it, but there's a lot of those times when the net starts, I'm already asleep. And
Oh, I hear you. I don't have that problem usually, but when people have a busy day, busy schedule, then that's the last thing on their mind.
right, thanks for letting me check in on the net. I'll turn it back over to everybody else. Have a good evening, sir.
Yeah, very good. That's Kerry. He is in Baird's Mill down there near the Cedars of Lebanon, and that's Whiskey 4 Tango Foxtrot Zulu. Rich, that here you were here and there?
HCQLFD, yes, sir, Paul.
Well, you're sounding pretty good. Conditions are okay.
Well, bad days. I checked into that Thursday night, Simplexton, 140. I did make it. Quite scratchy though, you know.
Yeah, no, it's I don't know how I don't know how far that is away from you. Do you know?
I believe they said it was 23 miles.
Yeah, but you probably got some terrain issues between the two of you too.
Most definitely, right off the bat, Paul. I'm coming out of a little bit of a hole where I live.
Uh, yeah, that's the thing of it is when people. I made the same mistake some years ago. I figured if I had more power, I could do better. Power, I just need bigger, taller antennas.
Well, that's true, Paul, but it's still
Oh, I know, absolutely, absolutely, and that's really the fun and the challenge of Simplex is seeing who you can. Obviously, you're not going to hear everybody, just due to all kinds of limitations. For instance, on this net, there's people who check in on HTs. There's a lot of HTs.
and the funny thing is, some of them people on HD and some of the guys with bigger antennas, different locations I can hear.
Oh yeah, give a good. It gives you a good idea, really, from your station or my station, what's good and what's bad from what location. Because I can hear Portland pretty well, but there's other stations up north, and I can even hear up into Scottsville, Kentucky pretty. But if they don't have a good antenna, I can't hear them at all.
Most definitely. Well, Paul, I'm like you are, 3 shots. But when the wife and I go to the big store like Walmart, we still wear our masks.
Oh yeah, no, I get it. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just my problem is on with, but my problem is, and a lot of people's problem is that it's mandating of the vaccine because I don't think it's can do that.
Well, I don't know. You and I both had smallpox vaccination. And we've been through the series of polio shots. That was all mandated. Serious. I don't know. I could fall either way off the fence.
Oh no, I understand what you're saying, but I believe. Well, I know. Well, here's the deal, though. Here, and I'll just give you my final analysis on this. Necessarily a good one. Not in the history of the United States or the military have they mandated a vaccine. Not at any time, never. And so this one is an oddity.
Yeah, I'm along with that, but I just as serious as some flus, uh, in some people's case, more so, right?
No, I did it for some obvious reasons. I have some issues that I don't want to take chances with, and that's the reason I got the vaccines. And I'm also over 65, so putting those two things together, I'm acting on precautionary. I have to live a few more years.
Well, I hear you. That's why I went through the hurt. But hopefully we'll all live till tomorrow morning there, Paul. Hey, I'll let you go there, buddy. Have a good night. Thanks for letting me check in.
Yeah, very good, Rich. That's Rich in Hartsville. Kilo Charlie 2 Lima Foxtrot Tango.
Okay, for it, Kitty. Charlie, clip up.
Oh boy, I got a bunch in there. Stan, I got you in there. Everything well?
Doing pretty well, Paul. How about you?
I'm doing fantastic. It sounds like we're busy tonight. I didn't realize how busy we're going to be. Maybe it's because it's cold.
Yeah, it could be you. I want to you, Paul. Back in that K4HQE.
Very good. That's Stan in Lebanon. Kilo Mike 4 Hotel Quebec. There was a couple more stations in there. Go ahead. From the east, hopefully.
5 Romeo India Papa, Michael in Lebanon.
Yeah, hold on one second there, Zach. I had Romeo India Papa Mike in Lebanon. What's the first part of your call there? It's Kilo. Is it Kilo Oscar 4?
No, sir. It's Whiskey Alpha 5.
You're making me laugh. I couldn't have gotten it more wrong.
You were close. It was one of the 25 letters in the alphabet.
in one of the 0 through 9 digits.
I was going to mention I was in the Navy like you were. We didn't mandate the flu shot. They just gave it to us and told us not to down.
Yeah, I don't know. They may have changed. I mean, I'm told that it's never been mandatory to get the seasonal. I'm guessing that was might have been issued a different issue for different commands, but we never had flu shots. They may do that now.
Well, I know that the last one I had got one the beginning of last week, and that was the last time I had one. It was a guy in uniform gave it to me in about 1994, and like I said, they didn't give me an option. They just told me.
Yeah, I understand. Oh yeah, I still joke about, I had, when I was over in the Middle East, I got shots for the fever, the bubonic plague, and I forget what the other one was. I mean, we got all kinds of crazy shots, as you know.
Didn't tell us what we got. They just lined us up and gave them to us.
I think some of them were just fake shots so they could torture us.
And then to make us feel better.
Yeah, and then we had a case where somebody supposedly caught meningitis, and we all had to go back to the drill hall for another shot.
They really did y'all up well.
Yeah, it was like, if you were afraid of shots, don't join the military.
The only one that ever had to worry about was the square needle one.
Oh, I know. That's the old. Yeah, I know. That's Michael in Lebanon. Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa. I heard you in there, Zach, up in Lafayette. How you doing? Yeah, very good, Zach. Your signal's a little good for you at the moment. I did copy most of what you had to say. I just want to say your signal was very light, so I think I had to turn up the volume. Anyway, that's Zach. He's Kilo 4 Tango Papa. He is in Lafayette. Appreciate you checking in, Zach. North or east?
W4 in the Whiskey Charlie.
Hold. I got you in there. It was a little bit of a double. I think I heard Jimmy in there. Whiskey 4 Mike Uniform Foxtrot.
That's me. How you doing, Mr. Paul?
I'm doing. Just trying to stay healthy and stay busy and stay active.
Before I was really enrolled in school in 1952. I had to go to the Tennessee Department of Health. My mother took me there, and we had to get some required shots then.
Oh yeah, no question about it. You couldn't. I know where I lived. You couldn't go to school if you didn't have your polio vaccine, and I forget what else we had to have, but maybe it was mumps and rubella. I don't remember.
The polio and the MMR the shots. I think it was little mumps and rubella.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Again, that's the oddity of this one is that it's a flu, and the polio is. Here's what's weird to me. This whole thing, and I'm not argumentative about any of it. But what's interesting is I look back through my history. I did have a family member who had polio. She was born in 13. So she had polio because of the polio. But I looked on the history and I didn't have anybody who lived in this country, relatives, who got yellow fever, which was a huge epidemic.
But it doesn't take like jungle conditions to yellow fever.
Well, maybe it was mostly southern states because most of my family lived up in the northern climate.
Yeah,
the yellow fever was. I was up in Savannah, and they got a cemetery, I think, just for the yellow fever victims.
Holy cow! I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure. I'm not positive about that. I just remember seeing that and thinking it was. I hadn't realized what a crazy time that yellow fever was until I saw that cemetery. Anyway, everything good for you, Jimmy?
Yep, I got the.
Which one was that? Remind me.
That's the one they call the DX Commander.
Oh yeah, that's a nice one.
The unique design. It's got the individual elements that are set to a thing to a radiating plate. That's where the card.
Yeah, that's great. I'm anxious to see how you do with that.
Well, it's good on 40 and 80. I'm not having much luck on 20 and higher bands like that.
How many radios did you put down? Enough?
Put down what he recommended was 21 3-meter radio.
Yeah, I saw one. I forget which antenna I saw. I don't remember which one I was looking at, a vertical, and it said something about it was like I forget what it said, 68 or 88 radios. I'm like, I don't think I want, or 100. I forget what it said. It was wild.
I've seen a couple of studies on radios, and after you pass about 30, diminishing returns sets in.
I'm wishing you well on that. It does require a tuner, obviously.
In some cases, it would. Most of the radios 3 to 1.
Oh, very good. Well, you say you were having trouble on some of the other bands, though. That's why I was asking.
It's not as, I got my hex beam for the upper band, so it's not nearly as good as that.
Oh, okay, I got you. Well, very good. Keep us posted. That was Jimmy in Northeast Mount Juliet, Whiskey 4 Mike Uniform Foxtrot. Who else? Oh, I heard Jeff in there.
Not much. I just wanted to check in. I haven't done it in a while. I figured it was time. So, WD, check in.
Yeah, very good. You doing well, though, you and the wife?
Doing well. Doing well.
All right, very good. In Lebanon, Whiskey Delta 4, Bravo, Whiskey Charlie. I checked into his net the other day, so I think you feel obligated to how that goes. We both do enough nets that it's not important we check into each other's nets. But that's Jeff in Lebanon. Who else is east or north? Very good. I hear Earl in there. How you doing, Earl?
I'm doing pretty well. Just hanging in, hanging out, trying to stay warm. Hope everyone has a good weekend out there. KE4DZ.
Yeah, very good. Hope everything's well. That was in Noreen, just on the east side of Cedars of Lebanon Park. Kilo Echo 4 Delta Echo Zulu. Good seeing, Earl. Who else is east?
KA3CTP North.
That's all right. We'll take you in there. How you doing, Brian?
Doing real good. I'll be ready for sideband tonight.
Oh, great. You got a great signal today.
Only running 30 watts. But, might have a different audio to it.
Well, it's got a good. I'm guessing you got pretty good conditions. I'm looking at the conditions map on APRS, and it's showing this really nice yellow blob going up north from Juliet. Well, it's going from all the way south down from Huntsville all the way up to north of you, almost to the Kentucky line.
Maybe I should stay on and see if I get any sideband contact.
Yeah, exactly. Well, very good. Anything else for the net, Brian?
I'm fine.
Very good. A really good signal. It really sounds like good audio. Well, some of the best audio I've heard from you from where your QTH is. That's Kilo Alpha Brian in Hendersonville. Who else is east or north? Anybody east or north?
Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo. Northwest Wilson, good evening.
Yeah, you're both waiting. Mark, you and Frank, you stepped on each other. Hold on, Mark. Of course, he bombed right in on top of you because I think he started first. How you doing, Frank?
Well, good. He does sound good there.
Yeah, no, that was some of the best audio. I think it's the best audio I have heard from Brian.
I honestly never really looked at the meter because I've never had trouble hearing them. But yeah, it was just like I don't know, it was real crisp.
Yeah, no, it's very good. It was just because a lot of times his audio, because of his it's just not a great signal. It's a very low signal, and I oftentimes will raise the volume. Not that it's like he's handicapped. It's not really. It's just the nature where he is.
Oh yeah. I think he was that's I guess that my meter's stingy, so I wouldn't use that as any kind of gauge compared to anybody else's radio.
No, it's on my radio, and it doesn't mean much Really, I figure I always assume that somebody who tells me that the audio is clear and concise, and it's if he says it's at 30 or 40 over, then obviously it's a big signal. But if somebody says they can hear me well, that's all that matters to them.
Yeah, yeah. Oh boy, I had that on HF. I had, last night, no, but I can't understand you because there's, S8 of noise on it.
Yeah, very good. Go ahead, Jimmy.
Yeah, Frank, how's the build going on the solid state amplifier? Oh, it's completed. Yeah, it's totally completed. Last weekend took about 4 hours.
Jimmy, if you look on the Mount Juliet the reflector there on Google, it delineated the pictures and the whole deal.
What do you think?
Yeah, if you look in the message section, it's in there. It's a nice. It's got put up. In fact, it makes me want to get one, even though I don't want one. No, that's not true. I'd like it. I just don't. I'm not going to buy it right now. Anyway, so I'm glad that's working out for you, Frank.
Yeah, it's like I need to get some more items now. There's a lot more cost to it than just building that now. It does not have the built-in tuner, and honestly, the ones with the built-in tuner, it's just they really are not. They're really not tuners, but you know what I mean. The built-in matchbox, they handle like a 3-to-1, and that's it. It's just to make the amp happy. Because honestly, you're better off using the tuner out at the antenna. But I need one for right now, so that's why I need one. The over 1 kW, and then I just ordered something. I just hit the go button. I got a really nice digital station monitor.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I know that in the past when I've want and well, let's see what my budget can do. Well, how can I justify? And I'll be looking at a man. I'd look at a solid state amp, 1,000 or legal limit. And I go, okay, that's pretty pricey. And then I go, yeah, but then I need a tuner.
Yeah, I mean, I could have made it for less money if I would have done every single thing myself. But how many times would I have failed? Let's say even if I didn't fail and I did everything perfect and all the hot soldering was done right and everything, and it worked on the first try, I would be still working on it. I don't know. I guess I cheated a little bit. I said, okay, you know what? I'm not better than I can handle. Let me do this real easy kit first, and then we'll start. Maybe we'll build something up.
Yeah, it sounds good. I'm looking forward to seeing how your experiences with that over the next few days or weeks.
Yeah, I missed this weekend's contest. I just wasn't feeling up to it. I didn't. I just didn't feel like sitting here all. I bowed out of it this time, but we'll see with for the. I think WPX is coming up, so I'll probably do that.
Awesome. Well, my holdup at this point is I'm getting fixed up with some different antenna arrangements, and so that's what I'm kind of waiting. Improvements. Well, shouldn't be too far. Anyway, that was Frank, Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Kilo Kilo. Excuse me. You have that right? Romeo Kilo. I wrote that down. It's like 2 R's, and it's not 2 R's.
RKK.
Yeah, no, I got it. Of my own writing sometime. Anyway, Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Kilo. He's in Northwest Mount Juliet, way up there in the corner, almost a Davidson County resident. Mark, heard you in there. You got a good signal tonight as always.
Very good. If you're still listening, I got a question for you. How heavy is that thing? I think 14 pounds. Yeah. Okay. Well, I've got about a TL922 that's probably feels like 200.
Does it come with a handle?
Yeah, it does. It's got 2 handles, but that's one for each kid.
Yeah, I know it. Those old amps, man, they are heavy.
Okay. Yeah, Paul, that gets to be a problem when you get my age per amp.
Yeah, you have to get your grandkids to do it or something.
Yeah. or my kids. I think they can do it. I mean, yeah, they're not even 50 yet.
Oh, is that right? Think about this. He was born in 70. So that makes him 51 this next month. No, last month. He was 51 in October. And the other one is younger, so he'll be 47 this next week. So, and my other one's 36. So they're all. And my mom says something about my three kids, my three boys. You need to tell them. I said, I don't need to tell them anything. They're adults.
Yeah. Well, I've got two girls, and they never did listen to me. But that's a story for another time.
Oh, I think you'd be surprised at what they listened to and what they didn't. I think you might be very surprised.
Oh yeah, yeah, they're great kids now.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I was actually pretty troublesome for my parents. Usually, I mean, there was a few occasions where I didn't do anything weird or bad, but just like I didn't come home one night and my father was pretty upset.
Oh yeah, I think we all did those. It's just part of growing up.
Yeah, but that's the same reason that. Well, the short and long story in the philosophy. It's important for kids to get out of the house as soon as they are able to be on their own, because otherwise you end up with this weird situation with your parents. Sometimes it's even good not to live in the same town.
Yep, I understand. We're doing the net. Everybody sounds good tonight.
Very good. That was what's his name? That's Mark. November Oscar. He's in Northwest Wilson. Who else is where was I? North. We're actually going north. Is there anybody else north?
N4LL.
Hello, Logan. How are you?
Yeah, hey there. Going good here, Paul. Yeah, a little bit of a late check-in, but anyway, yeah, just out here enjoying the Saturday night, and well, we got a week of school. Not used to this one. Usually we get like 2 or 3 days off for Thanksgiving, but for some reason we're getting a full week off this.
Oh, awesome. What's with the Roger beep on the radio?
Oh, I don't know. It's I've been programmed click the button, and it may have added a tone on there. Anyway, you'll have to go in and work on it.
Yeah. I get so used to being on Simplex where there's no squelch tones, there's no Ds, there's no, nothing, no noise. And then I hear somebody, and it comes up occasionally, like a Roger beep, or and you go, it just sounds funny to me. That's all.
Yeah. Next thing you know, you'll have you need a station at your house that IDs your call sign on the frequency.
Yeah, very good. No, it's no problem. On Simplex. Any good? Anyway, that's Logan. Logan, you're in Mount Juliet tonight. I mean, Lebanon tonight, right?
Yeah, affirmative. Doing good. I talked to Simplex and the cotton down on it this morning, so it was getting out. And I was over on 10 meters open out to Western States. So I was talking to people up in Washington earlier this morning, so I was doing well.
All right. Well, very good. Anything else for the net there, Logan?
I got nothing else. Back to you, Paul. Everyone have a good night. And
That was November 4. Lima Charlie. That's Logan over in Lebanon. Who else is east or north? Nobody else east, north. How about west?
KG4 CXE Christendal. Yeah, man, I didn't know where you started. I caught it a little late. I think I turned it on at 8:30. But how are you tonight?
I'm doing things. What's funny is I don't. You haven't seen me, but I lost about, I don't know, 25, maybe going on 30 pounds in the last month or something. And tonight I actually tried. I was going cleaning out my drawers in one of my cabinet, dress, some pants I hadn't worn in a while, and I said, "Huh, what if I fit in those?" And I did. And I said, "Yeah." And one or two of them, I got a little more ways to go. A little disappointing, but it's nice to be able to fit in clothes.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. I'm to hear that. I need to work on that. It adds up.
Well, I probably mentioned it once every week, at least on this net. But it's so important. Radio discipline's important. Paying attention is discipline. Not eating too much is a discipline. Exercise, it gets tiring, because it's things you should be doing and you don't. And if you don't, some things are self, and then the next day you don't do it, and the next day you don't do it. Pretty soon you're eating a quart of ice cream a day.
Yeah, that's not even once a month, maybe, but yeah.
No, you know what I'm saying. It's just it was like when I quit smoking. I didn't quit smoking. I just don't smoke anymore. But once you stop, you have to have the discipline to never pick. It's a weird. I'm sure it's no different than people who use drugs, because it is a drug. But it's a question of the discipline. No, I'm not even going to pick up a cigar or a pipe or nothing.
Yeah, when I quit, I remember having some dreams about it, and I thought I could smoke one again and be okay with it, but I do have the discipline to say no. You're right.
Well, that was one of the things in the class it was very good. That's a long time ago. And one of the things they said very clearly, they said, don't ever think that you'll just test to see if you can just have one, because you'll never have just one.
Yeah, I believe it.
Anyway, no, because the body's a weird thing. It gets used to whether it's alcohol or some other drug or nicotine or whatever. But it's an awful addiction because it leads to bad lung things or later in life.
Yeah, it's crazy that we just accepted it as kind of for so long, but live and learn, and we eventually started to understand it's killing people.
Oh, I've got lung issues, and I'm not sure if it's from that or not, because I haven't had lung. I quit smoking 32, 33. And then I get diagnosed with bronchitis and early stage emphysema. I go, what?
Yeah, it's crazy. It kind of just depends on how long you did it, but it takes forever to heal.
Yep. Well, I guess I should start smoking again. I got another. It's Chris. You doing all right? Before I go on, you doing okay though?
Oh yeah, man, I'm doing good.
All right, very good. We still got to get together with Jack on the.
Absolutely, I'm up for it.
Yeah, sounds good. That was Chris, Kilo Golf 4 Charlie X-Ray Echo in Donaldson. Who's the West?
Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor, Jack and Donaldson.
Yeah, beat you to it. I was already writing down your name for you. You said anything.
Uh,
Well, I kind of do. I mean, it's not always true, but I try not to presuppose. Everything going well, Jack?
oh yeah, this morning I gave myself the rest of the day off.
And the frost didn't kill anything, did it?
No, everything's fine.
Well protected, or do you protect it?
Oh no, it's just out in the elements. It's on its own.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're just making them try to be tough.
That's right. How you gotta live.
Yeah, very, very good. It was a little chilly a couple mornings, I'll tell you. It was down in the 30-ish,
It was cold this morning. By the way, I wanted to say Brian sounded great here in Donaldson.
Oh, yeah, he did sound good. Absolutely. Hey, Bob, you've been here a long time. There was a 1993, that big storm. Remember, because it came through up from the Gulf, and it was called the storm of the century, and it dumped like 30 inches on Charlotte. In fact, Charleston got a bunch. And do you remember that one where Nashville got it's got several inches of snow in '93, the storm of the century?
Locked down everything.
Yeah, I must have locked down all of Middle Tennessee when that happened.
I was going to say yellow fever was Memphis because of the mosquitoes.
Oh, I'm sure that's true. Yeah, that would be anywhere where it's low and there's a lot of tidal, but you know what I'm talking about. There's a lot of water.
Yeah, that Mississippi River Delta had it really bad, I think.
That's a pity. At least they got a vaccine for that.
That's true. Well, thanks for doing that, Paul. Appreciate it. I'll let you go because.
Yeah, very good. That's Jack in Donaldson. Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor. Anybody else, West?
TAW, David and Madison.
Automobile and get them to build a dollar store dummy. He lives in Almaville down there west of Murfreesboro. And I said, that's just a post office. And he goes, yeah, they got a post office and convenience store. And I said, if you're not, you're not even a place.
Just give them time. They'll build a Dollar General there, no doubt about it.
Absolutely. Enough of them.
Yeah, we do a lot of them, and that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Oh well. Also works for them for their build.
We do about 5% of their work nationwide. Let leave a lot of others that other people are doing, and we do a lot.
Wow, that's a lot of stores.
Yeah, they had 17,700, and last I heard, maybe a year ago or so, they were going to double that.
17,000. Man, that's unbelievable.
It makes you scratch your head.
Well, all I can think about, forget building them. That's a minor thing. It's the logistics and the hiring of the turnover rate in those stores has got to be, and the stocking, restocking, and the logistics of keeping that many places in stock it's a nightmare.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they're having their share of problems now, just like everybody else.
Yeah. Wow, you must be busy.
Yeah, I've been kind of busy. Just flying last weekend and traveling other weekends, and just been keeping me busy.
Well, very good. Well, good to have you in there. You got a good signal. You've been on so long. Have you heard many people on the air?
I've had the volume down a little bit for some of the time. Kind of hear a little static. I know there's somebody in there, but I just can't make it out.
Yeah, I got you. Well, very good. That was David, November 5 Tango Alpha Whiskey. He is in Madison. Anybody else north or west?
Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo, Greg Antioch.
Hey, Greg, you got a big signal tonight.
I appreciate it. Yeah, that storm in '93 was a ice storm. It took out power lines and trees, and I remember that one.
Yeah, my wife was here. I wasn't here then, but my wife was, and she said, I said that was probably your drug years,
Yeah, it was brutal. It was that kind of, I guess it's the super droplets that come down liquid, and as soon as they hit something, they freeze, and it was bad.
Oh, it dumped snow and ice over all parts of Georgia, all the way up through New York State.
Yeah, I don't want to see those days again.
I looked it up. That was the thing, and I was looking up the historical stuff, and it said Nashville had, in 1892, had 17 inches. Well, those were the horse and buggy days, so maybe it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Walking it.
Yeah, no, that Nashville was 17 inches of snow.
Yeah, we're growing up in Louisville with the similar weather to Nashville. We got 2 inches of snow one year, and of course it just ruined the town.
Oh, well, yeah, that's the nature of the. We had where I grew up, where snow was. We didn't have terrible amounts of snow, but it was a winter climate, and so when it started to snow, if it was snowing in the evening, the crews automatically started out with the snow plows as soon as it started to snow because they were starting to clear the worst first. And so when you got up in the morning, generally speaking, the primary roads were all clear.
Where was that again? Up Niagara. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, they're prepared.
Well, yeah, no, that's just different than here, and I'm not making light of what happens here. Why would you buy snow plows in Nashville?
They put down beet juice.
Did they really?
Yeah, beet juice is one of the things they use. I guess it's high salt or something.
The roads ran red.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Beet juice. It wasn't the super beet juice.
I don't know. It could be probably good for you. Probably your immune system.
Yeah, probably all the storm sewers started growing real well.
Yeah. And all kinds of hybrid features.
Yeah, very good. I didn't know that. That's a good trivia question. All right, that was Greg in Antioch, Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. Anybody else, anywhere or any place before we move on? Hello, John. How are you?
Doing a project at home, so I thought I'd check in before you guys are done.
I was done. I was just surprised you jumped in there. You're number 38 tonight, so you're doing great.
All right, back to you.
Very good. That was John here in Mount Juliet. Kilo Oscar 4, Tango Golf X-ray. Good signal. But it's here in Mount Juliet, of course. Any more before we move? Hey, how you doing there? A little light to me tonight. There's quite a bit of, you're just above the noise, but obviously I can hear what you're saying. But yeah, good. The conditions I thought were better than that because I had earlier this evening I had Elkton in there pretty good. You know where Elkton is west of you. Very good, Steve. That's Steve, and he's in Charlie 9 India Mike. Anybody else? One more time. Very good. We're going to move over to 144.240, and that'll be followed by 50.135 upper sideband. We'll catch you there momentarily. Oops. Yeah, this is Kilo 4 Papa Simplex Radio Net. Looking for check-ins on 144.240. This is K4PEW. Looking for check. Please come now.
Kilowatt Bravo 5, Echo Charlie Victor.
Ah, very good, Larry. Some big signal there, Walter Hill. Kilo Bravo 5, Echo Charlie Victor. That is really good audio tonight on 2 meters upper side now. Who else is Sal?
Kilo Echo 4, Tango Yankee Juliet, Jim in Cannon County.
Yeah, don't confuse me with Cannon County and you know the city you're in there, Woodbury.
I'm not in Woodbury. I'm up here in Cannon County.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. That's Jim in Cannon County, Kilo Echo 4, Tango Yankee Juliet. Who else? Sal. Good signal, by the way, Jim. So who else is Sal? Anybody south or east?
Good.
Very good. Sound good, Stan. I still like the audio on that rig. It sounds good. It's Kilo Mike 4 Hotel Quebec Echo. Who else is south or east?
KE4DEZ.
KE4DEZ. Sound good there, Earl. That's Kilo Delta 4. No. Yeah, Kilo Echo 4. Excuse me. Kilo Echo 4 Delta Echo Zulu. And that's Earl there near Noreen. Who else is south or east? Southeast or north? Brian, you got your signal's pretty good, but you sound like male hormones.
I don't know. Maybe I'm a little off about the frequency. I thought you said 240, but maybe I'm wrong.
No, it's 144.240, but I think it's your VFO thing calibrated or something.
Yeah, I might have to do that. Hang on, man. Let's see what it's like there.
That's a little better there, Brian.
Okay, well, it says it's 239.9.
It's probably just a little lower than that, I'll bet.
Okay, but then yours sound really low.
You may have been gone too far, but no, you sound better at not where you originally started. That was a bad place.
Okay, well, this is 239.8.
Yeah, that's not too bad though. How do I sound?
A little tinny down here.
Yeah, it's all right. As long as we're no, you said the signal's good though. I mean, it's got a good solid audio and a good signal. Anyway, that's Brian, Kilo Alpha 3 Charlie Tango. Who else is south? I mean, north, south, east, or north?
Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo.
All right, Kilo Bravo Kilo. We got Frank and a great signal, of course, as always. There, Frank. Did I hear Jimmy in there?
November, Oscar, Oscar. I think I doubled with Frank again.
Oh, that's all right. You know, we don't. It doesn't matter. There's no penalty.
Not on this end.
That's right. It just doesn't matter. All right, you sound good though, Mark. It's Bravo Zero November Oscar Oscar. Who? Yeah, Kilo Bravo Zero November Oscar Oscar. Who else is southeast or north?
North, KI4 ZDZ.
Hey, very good, Michael. You sound good. That's Kilo India 4 Zulu Delta Delta. Who else is southeast or north? To the west?
TAW, David, and Madison.
Very good. You got TAW. That's Kilo Whiskey. Dang, how could I get that wrong so quickly? It's get it straight in my mind. It's N5 TAW. That's what it is. You sound good there from Madison, David. That's November 5 Tango Alpha Whiskey. Who else is southeast or north? Or
India Lima Victor, Jack, and Donaldson.
all right, got you. Good signal, Jack. Kilo Golf for India Lima Victor. Who else west?
Greco, Greg, Antioch.
All right, I got Greg and Antioch. I also got Chris, Kilo Golf for Charlie X-Ray Echo. And I got Antioch, which is Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. Anybody else anywhere, any place? North, south, east, or west? All right, very good. I don't even know. Hold on one second. Yeah, we had 13 on 144, 240. It's a big number. We're gonna move right over to wow, it's already 9:30, almost. 50.135 6 meters. We'll catch you there. Upper sideband 50.135 K4 feet. This is Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey with the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net. Looking for chickens on 50.135. Please come now from the south. Bravo 5 Echo Charlie Victor. You sound good, Larry. Who else is on from the south? From the south, please come down. Over to the east. South or east, please come down. All right, really light signal from you tonight there, Stan, on KM4HQE. I can hear you though. South or east? All righty, anybody north? Is that what you're from? A really low signal tonight on 6 meters. All right, now I got you. Now I can hear a little light on me. I'd have to turn the volume up. Very good. That was Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Kilo Kilo. Who else is east or north? South, east, or north? South, east, or north? Over to the west. One more time on that. I didn't hear that. I heard something in there, but I couldn't tell who it was. Oh, good. Dang, hold on one second. Let me turn the volume up just a little more. Now, one more time, please. Okay, very good, Jack. I wasn't finally got the. All you had to say was Jack and Donaldson. I got you. That was Jack and got Golf for India Lima Victor. Yeah, really bad conditions on 6 meters tonight. Anybody else north, south, east, or west?
54.
Man, it's amazing how good your signal is compared to Jack's tonight.
Yeah, I can't hear Jack. It's kind of odd. I think it's for some weird reason, but it's pretty normal.
You got it pointed toward the ground. Very good. All right, that was Chris in Donaldson. Kilo Golf 4. Big signal on from Chris from his indoor antenna. His loop. Kilo Echo 4. X-ray Echo. Anybody else north, south, east, or west? I thought I heard somebody in there. Is there somebody in there? Can't tell who that is. If I'm hearing, I might be hearing voices, but I could swear there's somebody in there. Got nothing. My noise level is pretty high tonight. It's about an S3. Anyway, we only had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 check-ins. Well, maybe 7 with the one I couldn't hear. So I will we'll catch everyone later. Thanks for being on the net. You guys have a good night. K4PW. I'll be over there on. Wants to tell me who that was and closing the net.